Wow. Hello, everyone. Welcome to. I was so close. Then I started sounding like Owen Wilson. Welcome back to Nostrodamus Corp Phantom Ice, a Lancer story. I'm your mech wrangler. My name is Ian. We're here on the Ballad of the Seven Dice channel. My pronouns are he, they, and I play everything and everyone in and out of a robot suit. Um, I will get a little bit more into what has transpired, but for now, I would like to do the fun little rotation. Once the ads leave, I'd love to buy Tears of the Kingdom, but I can't actually see my own stream, and that's real sad. There we go. All right, Lucas, tell me about yourself. What's your vibe today?
Hey, my name's Lucas, pronouns he, him, playing Teddy, he, him. Vibes are high level of millennial stress mixed with vodka. So, we're coming in, it's going to be real good. But yeah, I am playing Teddy Willisby, who is got his glam mech makeover and is ready to support his friends in every which way, while he still tries to figure out why everyone gets weird when he mentions them all.
All right, Eve.
Hello, I am Eve, and I am playing Shira Talladega, aka Girl Boss, along with her mech Gatekeep, who has gotten very weird. Yeah, I think today we're just going to be vibing and vlogging and just trying to build up our community of supporters. We have to be there for the tasty Talladega, especially with like this sudden drop in content with our travel time.
All right, Anna.
Yeah, I'm Anna, aka Archival Despbunny. Pronouns are she, her, and I play Sadie, whose call sign is Glow, and her mech Bowling Point, the hacker of the group. Just here to try not to blow myself up. That's my goal every week. We're gonna see how finely we can ride the edge of that knife.
All right, exciting times ahead, I'm sure. Thomas.
Yay, I'm Thomas. He, they. I am playing Wrench, they, them, and they have a new mech now. We're not stuck with Rusty, the Chrome Dome machine anymore. We now have Lugnut, the lovable Boston Dynamics dog with all sorts of little add-ons and a giant, what was it? A railgun on the back of it. I haven't got a chance to use it yet, but we will see.
Heck yeah. The only thing you can use to improve a Boston Dynamics robot, a railgun.
You've seen what the Americans do with them.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Those assault rifles.
We're going to rotate, and I would like to direct everyone's attention to the super special birthday banner and wish a happy birthday to Jess.
Yay!
Happy birthday.
HBD.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thanks.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm Jess. My pronouns are she, her. I will be playing Nico Mondarino, aka Rummage, who is now piloting no longer the Mudlark, but now Mudlark : the Shrike. And Nico's pronouns are she, they.
All right. So this is our lovable cast of mech pilots. I will load us on in to the setup we have for today as we transition to our little downtime screen. Y'all should be able to see that just fine.
Yeah.
All right. So, it's been a few months of space travel with the occasional ride in the simulator to keep your piloting skills fresh. Now, most of this was, of course, in cryo, but you have around a week or so of like downtime where, you're arriving at the system, you're making sure everything's working, you're getting back into fighting shape, all that good stuff. The moon marker looms over the wide view screen inside your ship. Behind it, you can see the swirling colors of the gas giant Neos hiding all but the brightest stars. Far below, Polaris Township is in trouble, and there are 2 other mercenary companies stationed there, not counting the wide range of bounty hunters that may have already made their way there in the meantime. Your contract is set, and your landing clearance is good to go. This time period is going to be some downtime and an opportunity to build up your team and relationships, both in Marker and before you actually arrive at Marker. You'll be assigned your mission at the end of today's session.
Fun.
So we've landed.
Yeah, so we can, if you have anything you want to do on the ship, we can do that first. If not, we can play it as a, what's the word I am looking for, a flashback sequence, and I will describe a little bit more about Marker.
Why don't you give us a little bit of this funky colored place?
Oh boy, I sure wrote things. Marker is a bustling colony town where the routes of different mining caravans and local spaceport intersect. Built against steep cliffs, the houses are painted in bright colors, marking their allegiance to different scatter brawl teams from different mining stations. A few large squares filled with mining equipment and fabricators are surrounded by a maze of winding alleys and stairs, filled with tea houses, local hangouts, market stalls, and taverns. The town is bisected by a large avenue into the north end and the south end, and provide easy access for the large equipment to go in and out of the spaceport. Spaceport to the town is on top of the cliffs with a sturdy, prefabbed metal elevators taking things up and down. Overall, it's a strong mix of proud and vibrant people standing out against the harsh cold of Marker. Despite the breezy weather, when the township itself comes within sight of your shuttle, and all of your landing coordinates and your mech printing information is sent accordingly, you arrive to see that the spaceport itself is relatively undermanned. You're greeted by one person in what looks to be military gear who's sitting on top of an ace type mech that is colored incredibly bright, gaudy colors. I'm talking like a pink and yellow and like a pastel green. And it's camouflage, but camouflaging from what? Cotton candy? Who can say? And he's currently sitting on top, and he's sipping on one of those, in our time, they would be like those applesauce packets that you crack open, and they're like one
Space
of those.
food.
But this is a space future, so it's like space food. He's just chewing on one of those. You can tell he's probably finished already, and you see that it's coffee flavored from a distance if you have really good eyes. He's waiting up top with a couple of engineers who are seeing to your shuttle as you arrive. How do you make your entrance?
Oh well, I know Shira's got to do that whole oh check it, I'm getting off the plane type vlog to show off to all her fans where she's going to be at for the next however long.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she walks out with her phone up and is just sweeping it around oh my god, you guys, check out how beautiful this place is. It's so active. Look at all these people. Look at the colors on that mech. I love your mech.
The person puts down their little coffee space food thing, kind of nods. Thanks. It's called the Ace Cream Paint Job. He puts the coffee thing back in his mouth.
Awesome. Did you guys hear that? Ace Cream, that's totally up our alley.
Teddy is trying to walk down, similar to Shira, really trying to take some notes, but not doing well. 2 left feet, but he's 3D printed a selfie stick to hold up his communication device.
So you're back.
Going, oh yeah, Sybil, hey look, you got this here pretty interesting color plan. Looks like someone just had fun with a little coloring book. I just think it's just real neat there. Oh Jesus, sorry about that, almost tripped on over, but check that out, there's a mech over there. And I'm trying to walk backwards, but it's very difficult.
He gives a wave to your family.
I'm picturing Teddy in Bermuda shorts and
this is downtime. Teddy is wearing what I'm wearing.
And socks.
So
I was also going to say, I know
would
it's
recommend
not
some
something you have on a
winter
phone, but I would imagine he has
runs
the
warm.
lens cap on still.
He's one of those guys who's shorts in winter.
Yeah.
Shira's wearing that hot girl winter outfit that does not look
Going to
warm
the
at
club.
all.
Yeah.
Short skirt, fluffy.
It's got a coat, but just bare legs, short skirt, and like heels, all that jazz.
always open.
But her coat's got a fur collar to it, so clearly she must be warm.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, you arrive on the Ice Moon, dressed to impress.
Oh, she's always dressed to impress. Her combat suit has heels.
Of course it does.
Of course it does. Oh, jeez.
Well, what's the worst that's gonna happen? She gonna break an ankle? Big whoop. I can't flash clone. It's fine.
You can't flash clone a new ankle.
I definitely got cargo pants because you can
Of
never have
course.
enough pockets when you're on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, you get the cargo pants, the fanny pack,
Fanny pack, yeah.
the satchel just in case.
Bucket hat.
All those spare organ spots that you can have,
All right.
that you randomly have.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm forming a picture from your words, a word picture, if you will.
Sadie, I think, is in a hoodie, the hood pulled up, not looking very cheerful.
The hacker look.
Yeah, the hacker look. But once we get down off the ship, instead of it's not the mech that catches her attention, it's a grouping of plants off to the side that she
Ooh.
turns and crouches down over to take a look at.
Oh, so this is like it's interesting. It's like starting to grow on the edges of the cliffs. And you can see it's almost like a rice plant, but like no rice plant you've ever seen. Because one, it starts growing and starts to curve around the cliffside. So it's actually like almost like hanging down, and it's a bright purple color.
I think she discreetly takes a few scans of it and then
Yeah.
joins back up with everyone else.
All right, so yeah, how's
Honey,
everyone else?
will you get out of my tent?
Wrench.
She wants to be involved.
There's a big seal dog that's with all the engineers, and it like waves at you.
Wrench would totally be last off the ship, but they would be wearing fully winter gear, like big earmuffs, big puffy coat, and big gloves, big boots, but still somehow cold. So I hate it here. This is not Mars. I don't like it.
Nico, also doesn't like the cold, but has a much more like futuristic like puffy coat. So it's very much like a circle and then just like little thin legs with little boots. And
Round.
Even though Wrench left the ship last, I somehow come up behind him and I'm just like, do you see all the colors here, Wrench? Do you feel inspired? I move to the other side. Look at his mech. The color choices.
I'm
You could
going
do
back to the
something.
ship. I think I can hear voices in my head.
I quit the game.
I got space madness. I'm going home.
Not the space madness.
We have all the color codes. We can print whatever. I got several gallons on lock. Any colors you need.
Back into the shuttle for a few minutes. Just
Kind of out up next to Shira, and I'm like, he's no fun.
Yeah. You see Cheryl is already talking to some of the engineers because you do have a new crew member, one of the engineers from Lucy Station, Cheryl, who has switched contracts to working with you all, and is currently like managing logistical things and like, making sure that all of your like mech printing instructions are sent in, including the very confusing code that keeps popping up for Gatekeep.
Why does it say skin?
Oh yeah, there's so many weird things popping up for Gatekeep. But the fun thing about Shira, she never understood the Everest frame. Like she just could not wrap her head around it, even though it's like fucking Legos. It's the easiest frame out there to just pop in new parts, no problem. She could not figure any of it out. She had to tape up, every single button, every single panel had to be labeled. The Pegasus, she just looked at it and she immediately got it. She's like, oh my god, this makes so much sense. Why didn't anybody tell me that it was this easy? You just gotta socket the doohickey into the thingamabob. And anyone else looking at it Nothing connects right. It does not make any sense. It looks like meat. It's not meat. It's
A
there's
knee
a
joint
weird
next to the hip
ominous
point.
orb instead of a head. Just a threatening orb.
Oh no! Is Shira gonna have a "We're proud of you, Shinji" moment?
There's just a circle of mechs clapping.
We're all
yeah. So you all exit the shuttle. You see that there's two other shuttles here that look to be not local. One of them is like a lot of soft curves and like light blue tone metals with like some red accents. And the other one looks like it was smashed together with a shotgun and a hammer, and has like a bunch of lime green accents that like keep popping up of weird angles.
Oh, Nico, I think your friends are here.
Are they?
Look at that ship. That's gotta be them, right?
Do we know them? Ian?
Nico, Nico, you check there's a they put a name on the ship. It takes you a minute to find it, but it says the Broccolinator.
Ooh, I like it.
Naming
I see
conventions have gone
artists.
down. Truly.
Yeah,
Teddy made this connection based on the art that Nico makes, and then this
Nico
ship.
realizes that
Yeah.
and appreciates it. And it's just like, I don't know them, but I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Right.
fellas also of the artistic persuasion?
Oh, you'll meet them soon.
They have an
The
old-fashioned doorbell on their ship.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
the man on the military. It looks like both ships are empty at the moment, but the man in the military gear kind of jumps off the top of his mech and lands in the snow and crunches over. Oh, hey there. Name is Semron. Higgins, if you're feeling, I don't know, personable. I know that's my last name. I do it kind of in reverse. I'm security officer here at Polaris Township, here to welcome you, Nostrodamus Corp, mercenary company. It says here, name pending. So that's neat.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to do that again.
Oh yeah. Oh, Mr. Elevator is a good sport.
Yeah. So he's looking at a clipboard currently, sucking on the coffee jelly that he appears to be eating. Well, welcome to Polaris Township. We're gonna take the elevator. You can see all the nicely painted houses, and
Oh.
I'm sure you're probably hungry after the trip. We got lots of little taverns and speakeasies and all the like, and tea houses. I recommend Maxima's Place.
What dish do you recommend there, though?
Oh, I it's funny. I was actually, just in case anyone asked about the things to eat in this town, I had a list prepared, because that's just the kind of
nice.
person I am.
You know, I always
100%.
appreciate
Shiro was
that about
literally going to ask that because she's
Roll
a
me-
food vlogger.
Roll me a d8, Lucas, and I'll let you know what food
Okay.
comes to mind immediately for him.
Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, 8. Ooh.
8. I'd like to point out, I didn't prep any mech combats today, but I sure did prepare local cuisine.
Yes.
You knew
yeah.
what we were gonna do.
Yeah, so he kind of stops for a minute and goes, "Oh, I would get the dried soft gourd mix."
Okay.
It's pretty basic to start off, but then it pairs well with a lot of the different foods we got here. Dried soft gourd mix is for texture and flavor profile. It is like mashed potatoes
Mm.
with a more peppery flavor.
Oh.
Shira's just like staring wide-eyed at this guy who knows food.
Yeah. So yeah, he's talking about like, oh, you can pair it with some screech meat buns. You can pair it with some brilli tendrils. And he's just like listing foods that do not mean anything to you.
Really tendrils. That sounds nice. That sounds different.
Oh yeah, those are usually fried. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well. And
Do you guys do Corinthian buns here?
Oh no, we got puffy screech meat buns though.
Oh my god, I've always wanted to try those.
Yeah, as you're going down the elevator, you see like there's a hole in the cliffs and like this like almost like a cross between like a rat and a bat sort of like emerges from the hole and like screeches and flies off into the middle distance. Oh, there's a screech right there.
Oh, that's nature. That's beautiful.
Yeah. It
And
immediately
delicious.
starts fighting with another screech bat. And, it gets cold, so they both fly back to their different nests, but it appears that one of them's won.
God,
Listeners...
you should come to dinner with us. I would love to
Yeah.
interview you for my blog.
Oh, I mean, I appreciate that. I've never been interviewed for a blog before. You know what? I did go to dinner with the other two mercenary groups, and I'm still alive, so that's a good sign. You guys aren't like super scary, are you?
Oh, well, no, no, I don't think so. Well, we fought some pirates there, but they all went okay. I think even the pirates thought it didn't go all that bad.
Okay, that's a pretty good deal. You beat some pirates. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show the gif of Wrench getting punched again.
just a loop.
Look at his ear.
Oh, yeah. No, that is a mech getting really... Wow, was that a Goliath mech? Oh, you went flying.
Got the latest AI music there. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, no, it sounds like it was forged without any human hands.
Yeah, that's the way music should be.
Perfectly soulless.
As intended.
Yeah,
Everyone's-
Shiori gets a sad look on her face, thinking about the more soulless robots that can't go to heaven.
Every AI song was made by a robot that can't go to
Can't go
heaven.
to heaven.
Think about that.
60% of the songs are about
where
that, too.
the pain of the music comes from.
It's like a specific era of country music, but it's all about the robots that can't go to heaven.
We got wires, but we ain't got souls.
Oh my god. It's my favorite.
One of
yes.
these days, Gatekeep will get a soul.
So as you arrive in town, you can see that it's all brightly colored buildings that are covered with a powdery layer of snow. There's people walking in and around. Most people are dressed for winter to an extent, right? They have their puffy jackets. A couple of people are carrying weapons around. It seems like the atmosphere is not tense per se, but this is on the outer edges, so people are stay strapped, as it were. You can see that big avenue where all the different mining equipment can go up and down the elevator is currently you see some trucks moving stuff back and forth. There's a couple of storage spaces where things are getting ready. You can see 3 armored trucks sort of getting set up and squared away and fueled up. Those might be important later. Chekhov's trucks. Yeah, you transition forward and you're brought over to a bigger building on the north end that has a bunch of view screens and holo projectors and different angles. And you can see a pixelated face of an ancient core world celebrity appear on the thing and go, welcome. And you would not recognize this because this is vintage of vintage. But if you do, this is a pixelated face of Elvis. I'm not going to try to make an Elvis voice because I can't do that.
Just
but
do
this
Johnny
is,
Bravo, get
yeah.
part way there.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah, so there's a pixelated Elvis face that's greeting all of you, and this appears to be the town-wide NHP. So this is the non-human persons that helps to manage Polaris Township and its surrounding mining colonies. Oh, you must be the new arrivals.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
That is the wildest Elvis impression.
It's because I
I've
don't
ever
know
heard.
what Elvis sounds like. I thought about this before I thought about the
Thank you
fact
very
that I had to voice him.
But it's an imitation
kinda
of an
talk like
imitation
this.
in the super future.
Yeah,
so
the
as far as
super
we
future,
know,
what they
15,000
think.
years
that's
later.
what he sounded
Yeah,
like.
this might as well be what he sounds.
no,
Yeah.
it's just from thousands of years of impersonations.
This is
Degrading.
Play a telephone with what Elvis sounded like.
Yeah.
yeah, this is it's like the Futurama episode where they thought that show about going the person who did harm to his wife was about going to the moon,
Yes,
and that's
yeah.
just how it was passed down. So yeah, this is what Elvis sounds like in my canon, and no one can stop me.
Pompadour's huge.
Yeah, Pompadour's 3 times the size it would a normal
As it
Pompadour
should
would be.
It's anime
As it should.
style.
Oh yeah, it's got a 3D parallaxing effect, so when he moves his head, the Pompadour is swinging in the breeze.
Constantly ducking.
Yeah. So the administrator Lisa is definitely available right now. I can buzz you all in, and you can make nice and introduce yourself to the lady.
Let's do it.
I kind of whisper just into the middle of our group. We didn't pick a name.
Oh yeah.
The tasties.
No.
No, it's got.
We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Nico,
That one's
I think
already-
you had-
We all
That
love
one's
my
already
show.
copywritten by you
Yeah.
for your fans.
I don't
Nico,
think
didn't
I've
you
ever
have one?
copywrote it.
You did.
I think I only wrote it down once.
Write it now. Does a little C in a circle pop up every time you write it automatically?
She checks her stream. There is. She has no idea when it was copyrighted.
Gatekeep
Oh,
did
yeah.
it.
That's how Gatekeep has been learning.
Do
It's
you-
just by protecting you from
Yeah.
like any malicious people that are trying to steal your brand.
Exactly. That's Gatekeep has just been having to pick up the slack. Gatekeep's been doing all of our contract negotiations and
Yes.
sponsorship deals.
Oh.
Because
Well, it looks like
when Sharon does a sponsorship, when she gets one, she doesn't really realize that she has to talk about it. It's just that she usually likes the stuff, so she just talks positively about it anyways.
yeah, the most natural brand deal ever. Something you already like. Yeah, so with that, Bad Elvis, which is the name of this NHP canonically, tilts his pompadour at you all and goes, "I'll let you all in." And the door, the flickers, the view screen flickers, and the door kind of swings open.
I like the name pending, by the way. It's sort of
Name branding. I was gonna suggest
mysterious.
Nostrodamus Corporation's best team for the name.
I think that might put a lot of pressure on us.
How about second best team?
Well, that might take off like some.
It's like we
people's
can mess
view of
up a
us.
little bit, but like we're
Yeah,
still
we've got
pretty
wiggle
good. We're a
room.
good option for most people.
What if we just say we're their favorite team? That doesn't
Favorite-
speak to
okay,
our
yeah.
that's still
our
pressure.
competence levels.
Well, I like being a favorite though. And you know what? Some of the
that's great.
higher ups might not realize that it's a name, and they might just think it's a favorite team, and we accidentally get a bonus.
Could be a good way to get gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a nice little waiting area as you're brought in. This is the town hall, so to speak. There's posters all over the walls for Scatter Brawl games. There are only 3 teams on marker. There's the Tiny Coughing Babies, there's the Pro Elite Gamers, and Unlimited Vengeance.
I like Unlimited Vengeance. That's a good name.
Now, how tiny are the tiny coughing babies?
So I'm so oh man. There's
Just to
nothing
clarify,
really more...
this is a mining town, right?
Yeah, it's a
the
mining
tiny
town.
coughing babies are from okay.
They found something they shouldn't have.
So there's nothing more indulgent than running your own game of any RPG because you get to set up jokes months in advance that you get to laugh at live.
I get that. I get that.
The logo for the Tiny Coughing Babies are like 3 like babies in like a crowd pose, and it's almost like a Ginyu Force-esque thing, but they're all like all of their baby faces are caught in the middle of the very distinct baby cough where their entire mouth is like an O. So they look very surprised. The Pro Elite Gamers have like a big vegetable as their thing with like a bunch of game controllers popping out of the vegetable, and the Unlimited Vengeance team is just a lightning bolt with a dude coming out of the top end of it who's flexing.
All pretty strong logos.
And it looks like there's a match coming up between the Coughing Babies and Unlimited Vengeance, a grudge match, if you will.
Oh.
We got to stay for that.
And there's like a large spiral staircase that leads up into like what appears to be like other offices. And there's a light step as a woman with like, you know, the very fancy 1930s like short bob She's like a blonde, and she has like that kind of hair. And she has a very nicely trimmed coat on her waist and like kind of slung around her shoulder. Well, on her waist is like a bunch of capsules with ammo, and slung around her shoulder is very clearly like a very nice antique rifle. And she steps down very gently with some boots. Oh. Well, greetings, all of you. You must be, I heard name pending, the Tasties and the favorite team, but not the second best team, but not the first best team.
That's us.
That's the
We
name.
can start.
That's the whole one.
All it.
Well, rather than calling you all the way that some corporate entity wants you to be called, what are your names? My name is Lisa.
I'm Shira Talladega.
Love your energy.
Teddy Willisby, pleasure to meet you.
Excellent to meet you as well.
I'm Nico Mandarino.
Nico.
Sadie Smith.
Sadie. Well then, hope we don't mind some first names. We'll be working very closely. For at least a
I'm
few...
Wrench,
Oh,
by the way.
Sorry about that.
Whatever.
No, nothing. That was on me. I was getting ahead of myself. Regardless, we'll be working pretty closely, and you and the other mercenary teams, I can at least hope you can play nice with them. They are a little eccentric. Now, it is a strange request to have 3 different mercenary teams and bounty hunters all operating at the same time, but I'll be honest, we're not dealing with a normal problem. And she takes out a little data pad and throws something on one of the screens, and Bad Elvis kind of like pulls down a ripcord and it shows up on the screen. And it appears to be like blurry like pictures of these mechs with like glowing orange like tubing and parts on them. The mechs themselves are sort of like a slate gray, but they have like a sort of orange aura coming off of them that is visible even in the snow. It's like almost like bright hot. We've been running into a very strange type of mech-related threat as of late. We don't know what to call them yet. Right now they are unidentified mechs, so to speak. They bear no call sign, no specific affiliation to any known group, no pirates. The few that we've managed to defeat in combat, their entire cockpit has been scorched from the inside and indicate human remains. So whoever they are, they don't like people talking. And as far as we can tell, there's more of them than there should be.
Now,
Oh, go ahead.
did they appear on or around Halloween?
Can't say they did.
Okay.
Now, we don't really get a chance to celebrate that much around here. It tends to line up with one of the Scatter Brawl game days, so most of the kids are dressed up in their different colors. It's very... Yes.
Shira raises her hand.
Yes.
How many of them should there be?
Not this many without us knowing about how they got here.
Okay, so these guys are normally here, then? It's just not this many.
Well, we started to find a few... I'm going to check my timeline. 'Cause I made one. Around when the Polaris Township and the various mining facilities were getting set up, we started to notice that there were a few burnt-out husks from mechs. Now, we like to believe this is from previous occupants of this colony, but we never found any moving mechs or any people that were living here previous until around, I would say, 6 months ago. Those mechs that used to be just burnt-out husks on the ground were no longer there after a night. And then we started to see more and more of them. Now, we've managed to keep our townships and 3 of our major mining facilities safe for now. And that's with the help, of course, of the mercenaries and the bounty hunters, but we're worried that it's only going to escalate.
I think it might be ghosts.
I have like a data glove, and it's almost like I pluck the video off of her screen and put it onto my data pad and like enhance it.
Yeah. She throws you some pictures of like the burnt out mech husks.
Yeah.
They look like your basic, like, Everest frames outfitted with different needs. Like, you've fought pirate mechs piloting similar things. They just happen to all have entirely burnt out from the inside cockpits after being defeated.
So
I'm
just
like-
to be clear, it's all like an Everest, but then, like you say, just like with maybe like a jetpack or something like that. There's
Yeah,
no
like
clear
most-
indication it's like different hobbled together parts.
Yeah, most NPC mechs in general use like a variant of the Everest frame, and they're just set up in different orientations.
Looking at these pictures, as somebody who is mildly familiar with reactor meltdowns, does this look like any sort of like reactor feedback, or is this some other?
Interestingly, no. None of the heat appears to be emerging from the reactor. It appears to have... The starting point appears to be in like where a person would sit. It would be like the center of their chest.
Oh, human combustion.
It's like
That's
a
fun.
fire-based cyanide tablet.
I'm looking at the burned out ones versus the like blurry activated ones with their orange lights.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so it's possible they've been reactivated.
That's what we're thinking. But we don't have any records of any previous occupation of this colony beyond the obvious evidence that at some point it was. Some of our data analysts say that could have been SATCOM.
Any
which was a while
NHP
back.
sightings other than Bad Elvis over there?
No, nothing's that we've picked up on our OmniNet. But if something is going through the trouble of setting this up, they're likely not going to join our public Wi-Fi.
Do you normally get a lot of pirates around these parts? Mercenaries, all that, trying to take your stuff?
Not until we started inviting them. I'll be honest, I lived in the core worlds for a good amount of time, and I made my way out here to help manage some things on behalf of various companies. So I come from a space where I have a lot to offer in terms of incentives. So that's allowed me to hire a lot of different mercenary groups. I figure if I get a lot of different people working together, or at least separately scattershotting the problem, whatever this thing is can't hide forever.
This orange energy. Do we have any idea what this is?
It seems to be... Well, when we've engaged them in combat, it appears to pulse and glow in reaction to movements and troop patterns. We believe it's some sort of communication.
I look over my pad at Shira.
Shiro waves.
Oh, great. They're communicating.
They're glow boys.
You can call them what you wish. I just want them gone.
Low boys.
Now, are these hooligans centered around a certain area, or are they just kind of wherever they want to be?
We've noticed that over time, they've gone from observation to attacking caravans and routes between our different stations.
And do they take anything?
Usually, they don't aim to kill. They don't cause any unnecessary damage. They aim to immobilize and strip for parts.
Okay.
Do you have one of these burnout mechs laying around anywhere that maybe you can have a little
Yes, we have a
scoop
few in
inside?
one of the hangars. Also, some of our other mercenary teams have made contact and I assume fragged a few. So they can let you know more if you ask them.
I'd love to try and dig into the electronics, see if there's any information left.
Of course, you're welcome to.
Do the same.
Maybe I can ask around and see how's people are seeing. People going out there working and whatnots.
Yeah, and just because you're here and you're hired does not mean you shouldn't enjoy what this town has to offer. By all means, take your time and ingratiate yourself to the locals, meet some of the big players in town. They'll all be able to help support you at protecting the town. We all want the same thing here.
This is how I enjoy myself. digging in machines.
Fair enough. Do try to grab something to eat at least. And there is something. We've hired a few freelance bounty hunters. For the most part, they filter in and out of town, but they're not generally found in town. A lot of them stay outside for their own reasons, I'm sure. I can imagine that while my money is good, they'd rather not expose themselves to direct surveillance by someone with affiliations in the core worlds.
Elvis AI's just staring at us.
Yeah, he's doing like some hip gyrations in the background.
Cheryl waves at Elvis.
Elvis gives you like a double finger guns back.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, there's and she kind of pulls out a little map and hands it all to you. There are I had my locations. Where aren't they? There's the Polaris Township, and there are 3 outposts. One for each scatter brawl team, which is why the town is so richly divided among sports team lines. There's the Outpost Gamer, which is in the Lithium Cliffs. There's Outpost Tiny, which is in the Distortion Graves. And there's Outpost Vengeance, which is in the Iris Spires. And there's like a general rough layout map of where things are. It looks like most of Neos hasn't been, or Marker hasn't been like generally explored too far or ranged out past where they've landed and set up their stations. Most of what they need is pretty richly available here, especially with their cave farms that they have set up as well, which are underneath Polaris Township.
Is she able to call up Gatekeep? Imagine Gatekeep's still back on the ship.
Yeah, you can contact your NHP system in Gatekeep whenever you want. It is active even when Gatekeep is not printed.
She's going to just like bring up Gatekeep and be like, "Hey, Gatekeep, could you like search up ghosts on the OmniNet and see if they can possess robots?"
Yeah. That's a good
Gatekeep's just going to be like, searching ghosts.
Yeah. So roll me a d20 to see what you find with your Gatekeep search.
Please just find Ghost in the Shell, the anime, and just watch the entire
It's
first
specifically it's specifically the scene in that one spin-off of Ghost in the Shell where the naked man does a triple backflip and then slides into a room, which made me go insane. You should look that up when you finish watching our stream.
Ghost in the Shell is so good.
The scene of the naked guy doing a triple backflip in the Ghost in the Shell anime.
It's 14.
14. So you find somebody named the Great Zumbini who is capable of performing exorcisms on your mech to get all the ghosts out of it. And he's charging pretty reasonable rates.
Oh, shit. Hey, guys, I think I might have found our solution.
Oh, alright. What is it?
We have to hire this guy, the Great Zumbini, to exorcise all these ghosts out of these mechs.
But what are his rates?
They're pretty reasonable.
Oh, well, okay.
No, just stop.
There's a contact code if you want to use a downtime action later to call the Great Zumbini.
Yeah, absolutely.
It does say here he prefers to work with personal mechs, not aggressive ones. I'm not sure what he could do if they were trying to attack him.
Well, it's not that big of a deal. You can just die. It's fine.
Oh, you try to put him in a little bubble there. He'll be alright.
Yeah, no, like, I'll protect them. It's not that big of a deal. We
Death
can,
is a
charge
consequence.
He's
There
gonna
is
charge
a-
more
there's
if
a-
mechs
there
try
is
to
a
kill him.
company credit
Yeah.
card.
There is a sleeving surcharge that he does if he has to get a new body from dealing with your mech's ghosts.
You call him. I'm gonna go look at this burnout mech and see what I can do.
We should
Yeah,
get
I'm
food
gonna go
first
with
and hang
Wrench.
out. We've been cooped up on the ship.
I'll go to lunch with ya.
Eat when work is done.
Well,
don't
no.
want any-
Work's never done.
They've got screeched meat.
Their
Cheryl
burgers are
offers, yeah, Cheryl offers to bring Sadie and Wrench a meal later on, since you're going to be working on the robots.
These guys are nerds. Let's go.
I'm sorry. I think they're going to be really interesting. I'll just bring food to you guys. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That works
Cool.
for me. Thanks.
All right. Good stuff, bosses, collective.
Boss
We
I.
didn't really figure that out.
Whatever.
Well, you're not bosses. You're just like co-workers, and she heads out with you all.
I lean back and I catch Sadie, and I'm like, Glow, can you set up an alert if Shira tries to actually hire that guy?
I will. Yeah. Did you see the contact number?
Yeah.
I'll block Cher's datapad from contacting that number.
Oh my god!
If she tries to put just like she can talk to him, but just if she tries to put in her debit card information, like I don't, we don't need him connected to our cards.
Yeah,
No.
I'll set up a quick program that'll stop that from happening.
Thank you.
As
I
we're
like Healy backwards out of the room.
As we're heading out to lunch, Teddy just like sort of falls behind just a little bit and looks over at AI Elvis.
Yeah,
Like
of
it.
course.
Thank you very much. And then keeps walking past.
You see Elvis
Cool.
is like some dots appearing next to his head as he's like figuring something out. And we'll see if that sticks.
It won't.
You know,
It won't.
Just
Like,
clip,
I'm
just
like
clip
a
Lucas's
freaking-
voice and then play it back.
Yeah.
Like a soundboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the bad Elvis soundboard. It's just me not knowing what Elvis sounds like. Yeah. So there's a couple lunch spots. You were recommended to go to Maxima Danger, which is a self-titled both bar and eatery run by Maxima Danger. But you can go to any of like the local vendor stalls and you can find something to eat just fine. You were also given directions to the hangar where some of the burnt out mechs can be found. It's currently being overseen by the chief engineer, whose name is Zara with a Z.
Well, we could do us eating or them checking out the mechs.
All right.
I wonder what might be more pertinent.
I'm gonna check out the mechs to let you guys sit on your sillies for a little bit and plan this out. So
This food fight is going to happen when we go back to them.
yeah, Wrench and Glow, you are heading over to this hangar that is currently like kind of set aside. You see some tape and some signage that says like mercenary teams only. You're currently in the system as like hired on mercenaries, so you are able to enter and exit with no issues. As you enter, you see that there's a small team of engineers at work. At this point, just like outfitting a bunch of weapons and putting them together. But you see that there is a woman with like bandana over her head. She's got a backpack that has those two little grippy robot arms on the back. And she's got an apron on and some nice cool boots. She's currently looking over a blueprint while having a sip from a drink from one of the robot arms. And you can see that some other people are working. There is one person that kind of sticks out to you, so to speak. And she's very slim, or they're very slim build. They have like glowing tattoos on their cheeks. Their hair's in a bun.
Are they
have-
orange glowing tattoos?
No, they're like a yellow,
Okay.
like a gold. And they have
Well,
a
keep an eye on them. That's close to orange.
yeah. One of their arms is a robotic arm, and they appear to have a lot of different beads and braids kind of like stuck into their bun. And they're in the middle of taking apart some, like, essentially one of the black boxes from one of the mechs to try to see what she can find or what they can find inside. They pronouns for this person, so I will keep swapping back and forth. This is not me using the cowards they. All right, so there's two people of interest, or you can just go straight to the mechs and ignore them. You'll do whatever you want.
Should probably find the person in charge.
I mean, you can do talking people. I'll do thing. Just start heading towards one of the. Actually, the first thing Wrench will try and do is find some sort of music player,
Oh.
like sort of like a radio or whatever equivalent.
Yeah, there is one in the corner currently playing some robots are sad about their lack of Souls favorites.
Yeah, got a wee like USB, I guess like the equivalent of a USB stick with just it says the classics on it.
Of course.
That just plug in and it just starts playing the most heavy of heavy metal from the 90s specifically. So new metal, your Papa Roach, your Drowning Pool.
When you touch the radio and adjust the music, you hear a loud "Oh yeah!" and like a flung from across the room is a wrench flying towards you. I want you to make whatever relevant check you might have to dodge a wrench. Because if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. There, I said it. We're done.
I was about to put the GIF in the Discord.
We did it. We did.
I have a relevant
You could
skill.
dodge a wrench, then you might not die.
I can spot. I've got spot the details, objects, or people that are hidden or difficult to make out.
I don't know about that one. Sounds like just a
The
20 to
guy
me.
just yelled loudly at you, so I don't think it's difficult to see it coming.
It's the only thing I've got. Ah well, I got a 5.
So yeah, you don't get hit in the head or anything, but you do get like a wrench to the back, and it hurts.
Ow.
You have padding. It hurts. You might bruise later as the one with the robot arm backpack like marches over with her boots. Who told you could change that?
Sorry, I just prefer the classics when I'm working. I probably should have introduced myself, but
Do I
I
look
don't
like
do
I
that.
give a shit about your classics?
Shira, help. You're talking to me.
Shira's not here.
It is not there.
No.
She's like poking your chest with one of the robot arms. Do you just walk into people's houses and just like toss around their furniture, mess with their music like what do you think this is? Do you think this is your house? You don't live here. I don't see your cot over there.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a
I've-
good start.
Clearly made a faux pas.
Yeah.
I'm Wrench. Hi.
Zeta,
Cool.
I'm chief engineer here at Polaris. By the look of your confusion and pain in your back, I can only assume you're one of the new mercenary teams.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't have a name yet, so kind of.
Fantastic. They get worse every time.
That's why I said keep it name pending. Like, it resolves the problem. Yeah, I was gonna check on your little burnout things, but
Oh yeah.
I got a little carried away, I guess. Sorry.
The mechs that have been pillaging our trade lanes, attacking our mining stations, making my repair quota about 4 or 5 times its usual size. Yeah? You want to look at them?
You seem stressed. I can't
Yeah.
read people very well, but you seem stressed.
Oh yeah, no, you got that right on the head. I am pretty
Having-
stressed. There's a lot going on. I'm in the middle of putting together some weapons that we can send to one of our stations. We have a whole big plan going. You're all going to be involved, I'm sure. Probably going to be security. But if you can't dodge a wrench like that, I don't know about your mech skills.
Having
that's-
watched this
Yeah, that's my
painful
Sadie's here.
exchange,
Please.
I'm gonna
Save me.
step up next to Wrench. We are the new team. Hoping just take a look. We may be able to find something, fresh eyes and all.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Are you with name pending over here?
Yes.
Okay. Be
Our
aware.
social skills are back at the restaurant.
Oh, I should have known. Be aware the music is communal. There's a queue. You put your queue in, you put your request. But you've had privileges suspended. Do you want to know why, Wrench?
I can guess.
It's because I'm in charge here. And
Yeah.
you cut in line like at least 6 or 7 other people.
My bad.
But all things considered, feel free to look at the mechs. They are kind of a grisly, well, not grisly nightmare. They're like an ashy, sort of powdery nightmare on the inside. And they look basic in their construction, if a little bit outdated. You can go ahead and crack them open if you so wish. One of the other mercenary captains is actually here if you want to give them a chat. I'll be honest, I find them a little too friendly, so.
Noted. Do you know how
Friendly
old
is
the
good.
mechs are?
We're looking at least around, weirdly enough, 20 or so years ago. The dead space in between any kind of people living here. So, truly unclear as to who the heck was building mechs on this place. Or even if they were dropped here, or if they came from somewhere else, or if they were brought here later on down the line.
Well, we will take our best stab at it and let you know if we find anything.
All right, name pending. You all take good care. Don't touch the fucking radio again, or it won't be a wrench next time. It'll be one of the power loaders.
Is Sadie allowed to enter the queue?
She didn't say anything to Sadie, or to
Okay.
Sadie. So she turns around and she uses the two robot arms on the backpack, and one of them like clamps onto a ladder nearby and just like hoists her up, and she heads up to the upper level.
I bet those are useful.
I really fucked up. I really fucked up.
Yeah, that wasn't a good start.
Yeah, I'm just used to the garage being empty. It's usually just me and my dad, so, you know.
Well,
Shit.
be nice, and they may let you back in the queue. I'm not putting your music in because I don't want to also get banned. So, just be on your best behavior.
Damn it.
Do you not have data plating? Can you not just play music into your head?
I mean, yeah, but it's fun doing it on the radio. Of course I got data plating. I do just
Like
pull it, little
Vintage
earbud.
feel.
Yeah, you know, like books made out of paper.
That seems
Like
dumb.
it. It is, but you know. Yeah, let's just do the thing.
All right. So while you go dig into the robots, we will cut back to you all as we enter Maxima Danger.
Oh, this place is nice. Look at that. They got a little waterfall over there.
It's so nice. I want to go find different music. That's how nice it is. So
nice.
while I do that, Maxima Danger is all neon and rust, matching kind of the aesthetic outside. It is very much a space that is like built from the ground up to facilitate food, beer, and a good time. You can see that there's a big like flag with Maxima Danger's like former call sign back before they retired. And things are looking pretty lively. There's a big group of folks that are in like old school military gear, very heavily tattooed, all of them some flavor of Lorge from Muscle and the like, and they're all having a big laugh and a big meal together. They have a lot of neon green accents on their clothes as well. 1 second while I find something to play.
Oh, look over there, everyone. It's one of them walls where you could take a photo and it 3D prints it and you put it on the wall. Let's go over there and get a photo.
Well, we'll do that. Shira slaps Nico's shoulder and points to the soldier guys with the green accents. I think those are the artists.
Tortured
Very good
souls.
chips.
All right. The music on my end is making crunchy noises. I hope it's playing okay for y'all.
Yeah, it's playing okay.
Perfect.
There's
That's
like
all that matters.
weird singing and crowd noises.
Yeah, it's pretty busy. You see that currently that group of people are, from what you can tell, playing a card game of some sort, gambling perhaps. There's a large menu that has all of the things that I have decided this place sells to eat. and I definitely have them in a list that I'm pulling up. There we go. There are some slow roasted jelly grubs as today's dessert.
Mm-hmm.
There are some sautéed screech wrens as a snack. And they have their special today, which is under eel curry with marker fox eggs.
Ooh.
And they even have some purple rice pilaf right now.
No, Shira is like, my God, this place is heaven.
Hey, should we get
and-
one of everything, and so we can
and
all just
Shira.
Yes,
try it?
we should.
Yes, we
Oh,
have
yeah.
to. And
As
then,
all of you,
but-
as all of you discuss, you smell a smell of Danger's Forever soup. A soup that has been going since this place has been founded 5 years ago when the town was set up. It's that kind of soup.
Oh, that's
It
gonna be
smells
good.
overwhelming.
Oh
That's
my God,
the final
you guys.
dish.
Do you think that's the kind of exotic chemicals that Mr. Elevator was looking for?
You know what? I bet it is. We should get him a cup of soup.
We
Yes, we
should.
should. Oh my God.
So when was the last time he had a nice cup of soup?
Probably a long time. They don't have a lot of cups of soups on the Nostradamus. I went over there on a nice little fun trip one time with some co-workers. Not a single cup of soup for as far as you could see. A lot
Oh,
of
I
pamphlets.
bet it's just gruel all
It's-
the time.
Just sheets
They
of edible
inject their
plastic.
food right into them.
Gruel and black coffee.
Yeah, that was there.
Yeah.
Edible
Is there
Uh,
like a machine that comes by to get our orders, or is it a person, or is there? a
Yeah,
place
no,
to
it's like
go
a
in?
little claptrap-esque looking like
Aw.
servbot that like rolls around and is picking up orders. It has big skulls all over it, like as decals.
Oh.
Oh
and
my
you can
God, you're so
see-
cute.
Yeah, it just goes, "What would you like to eat?"
Oh, it's look at its name there. It says Skeletor. Oh, that's
Yeah, there's
nice.
Skeletor, Skeleton,
Skeletom.
Skeletom.
The
They're
vowels are all
labeled different
numbers.
things. Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, you know what? I should turn off the emergency siren noises because that's actually incorrect.
Oh,
That
I
scared
think we
me for a
gotta
minute. I
get
had to
going.
mute Sirenscape.
We
That was
ordered
start-
the 5-alarm chili.
We got
and then you see somebody
another
start
one.
ringing a bell.
Well,
Um,
hurry now. We'd like to order one of all of them.
Oh, sure thing. Is that one of all of them for each of you?
I think it's a shared platter, but I might get an extra of those jellies.
Oh, they are a sweet and sour flavor.
All right.
Yeah. So Skeletor rolls away to get you your order. You can see currently standing over a like giant bowl of soup, a cauldron, if you will, is somebody dressed in a skeleton onesie with bright green hair. He's very slim, and you can see that he's got like it's probably a makeup effect that took a long time to do in the morning. It looks like his mouth is stitched together, but he's able to just barely talk by opening like it's like the whole thing, like the fake mouth stitched together thing. It's not real. For those of you at home, it's a makeup effect. So this person did not horribly hurt themselves for this. And they have a tattoo of a skull on their face, so they're really committed to the bit.
Sick.
All right, I
It's
feel like
Maxima Danger.
while we're kind of eating, we should figure out. There's a lot of locals in here, and when you got a lot of people, you got a lot of conversation. So maybe we should all pick some areas. You're an artist there, Nico. So maybe you should talk to them. They're tortured poets. Shira, do you like the skeleton thing?
Yeah, I think he looked great. And he can tell me all about the soup for the vlog.
All right, and I see who looks to be a forever truck driver kind of person over there. I'll go and chat with them.
Real quick, like, what's like the clothing vibe in this
Yeah.
kind of place?
Oh, there is a robot that is grabbing everyone's coats. Inside, everyone loves wearing really bright colors.
Perfect.
Okay.
Some of them
Yeah.
match their teams. Some of them are just colors that they personally vibe with. Everything kind of clashes. Like, there's not like a unifying fashion style. A lot of people took this place and like where the sky is always glowing and like the snow is like a stark like response to that and changes colors with the light, and they're just like, I'm gonna wear bright colors too. I'm gonna stand out in a place where everybody's standing out. It's gonna be real fun for me.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, is this a situation where Shira and all of her bright pink clothes is sticking out,
No.
or is she just kind of blended in? Because I was like, well, it is a mine planet, but then again, everything is painted brightly. So okay, cool. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she's just vibing. She's loving this. She's been
Yeah.
to too many stations and whatnot where it's just like, oh, we're black and gray. Just like, yo, it's so boring.
Yeah.
When the robot takes my puffy coat, Nico's very like slim and angular underneath it, but I'm wearing like white like future overalls. So everything I'm wearing is white. So that's where I am. And yeah. We do need to order one of everything. We gotta get extra soup.
All right.
Yeah, we gotta get soup from Mr. Elevator.
Yeah, for those of you at home that want to know what everything sort of tastes like in the space future, the slow roasted jelly grubs taste like green apple candy. The under eel curry with marker fox eggs is sort of like a ramen sort of setup with a really thick like sauce, and it's very high on umami, but has a strange floral aftertaste. And then finally, let's see, the purple rice pilaf. It's rice pilaf. It's exactly what you would expect, except it makes your tongue purple. And Danger's Forever soup is like the thickest, richest soup. It's got like meat. It's got some onion flavors in there. It's got some of that peppery flavor from the soft gourd that's been thrown in. It is putting in the work. It is great
It's
soup.
got some bugs, but they're supposed to be there.
Yeah, they're like local. They're like they enhance the flavor profile sort of thing.
Nico does ask for their strongest hot sauce as well.
Ah.
And just kind of sits there for a while with the soup, just like like hot sauce into it.
All right. Yeah. So
Before everyone eats, Shear's like, no. And then she takes a whole lot of pictures of it.
Oh, I'm dying here, Shira. You gotta hurry.
I'm going as fast as I can.
The lighting's not good and the angle's wrong.
Can't you get like Gatekeep to help you out?
I've got to set up my ring light.
Yeah. So, as you're all getting set up for your meal, enjoying yourselves, I think I heard that y'all want to split off and talk to a few people individually. Nico, would you like to go talk to the fellow artist? I say with air
Clearly,
quotes.
fellow artists. Yeah, we eat for a while, and then I'll sidle up to them. You said they're playing cards.
Yeah, they're playing. They're playing whatever the Lancer equivalent of Pazak is. They're playing that.
Yeah, and just suddenly I'm just like at their table, and I'm like, "Hello, new friends."
Whoa! You see the biggest, smiliest of them all turn over to you, and with a big whoa! Joining this game, there, little person.
Possibly. I noticed your color scheme matches a very fantastic ship outside that shares the same color scheme.
Oh, the Broccoli-nator, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
Oh, wait,
our-
these are the fucking gamers.
no, the gamers are a different crowd. These are the Rowdy Green Boys.
Rowdy Green
one of the
Boys.
mercenary
This is a different
teams.
set of boys. Okay, I was thinking,
Yeah.
the elite gamers was
Oh, no,
all
no,
the vegetables.
You see, he's got like a big helmet with goggles on, and he's a huge dude, and he just does a little like theatrical bow, and he's like, "My name is Trent Plus. You people know me as the leader of the Rowdy Green Boys. We're a little rude, a little crude, but we got the job done."
I can respect that. I was very impressed by your ship.
Oh yeah, no, we put it together.
Yeah, and then blasted it apart and put it back together.
Oh, what? No, we just put it together once.
Oh. I guess that's a choice.
And Nico, you can see that in the area around you, the Rowdy Green Boys are having a great time, but the locals, they're a little like mixed reception as to them.
Huh.
They're a
So
bit
we-
rowdy.
They're too
A
rowdy.
little rowdy.
So we just rolled up to Marker. How long's your crew been here?
Oh, you're from one of the crews?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope you're not from... I gave them a stupid name and I have to commit to it now. I hope you're not from the mid supports.
No,
We have a rivalry
no.
going on.
No, we've got our own thing happening.
One of ours is going to do a duel to the death with the other one of theirs. It's a whole thing.
I love a good duel to the death.
Like mechs at sundown sort of thing.
Oh, you'll have to here's my number. And I'm just like reaching over and putting my phone number into his like data pad.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah.
like,
He just hands it to
please
you.
let me know when there's gonna be a death battle.
Oh no, yeah. We'll let you know. It's probably going to be at one of the outposts, so there are less like explosions that can harm property.
Yeah.
And a couple of the other rowdy green boys nod sagely. This is boys, BOIS, so this is a gender neutral
Oh,
boys,
please.
and they're all kind of nodding along like sagely, like yeah, we can't blow up any more buildings.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't really test all your weapon systems if there's not enough space.
Exactly. You're definitely not with Jiminy. That's for sure.
No. I hate Jiminy.
You do? Have you met Jiminy yet?
No.
Because like she's really friendly, but
Oh, maybe I don't.
their
I was just
vibe
getting
is
a
like
vibe.
suspicious. Yeah,
the
exactly.
vibe.
For sure. So what brought you over here to Polaris?
You know, Lancer stuff, mercenary stuff, the
Sick,
sky.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good sky.
What was
Do
I gonna
you
ask
want
him?
some like do you want some jellies? We have some
Oh
jellies.
yeah, I haven't tried the jellies yet.
Oh, they taste sour and sweet at the same time.
I love incongruous combinations of things.
You know what? I didn't think to call them that, but that is a
Yeah.
thing that I like as well. And a
Yeah.
couple of the other rowdy boys just like, yeah,
I think.
yeah, incongruous combinations of things.
I think
Punching
in,
and hugging, and they start like they punch each other's
punching
shoulders
and
when they
hugging.
hug.
I think in very short order, Nico's just like at their table.
Oh yeah,
Just,
no,
like-
you've immediately like they have accepted you as one of their own.
Accepted me, this little scrawny person.
We're gonna give you a workout regimen. We're gonna have a Bo work on it. It's gonna be great.
Do wish. No, sometimes I was wider.
We can help with that.
Good.
Yeah. And for funsies, I don't know if I'll get to reveal this eventually. Trent actually has a cool name for a mech. It's the Unlimited Verdant.
Ooh.
He's one of the few people in my canon that has a cool name for a mech. Yeah, so you get settled with them. Let's see. Shira, you said you were gonna go talk to Maxima Danger.
Yeah. I had
yeah,
talk soup.
So it's like a rave up there. Like there's like blaring music. It's like loud. Like there's like flashing lights, and you see Maxima's just like bopping while adding soup ingredients and like mixing it around. And looks up at you, and he's just like, "Whoa!" Oh no, that's the other guy. Maxima does not talk like a whoa. I just say whoa a lot for my greetings. Maxima talks like this. Hey there, kids. What's going on?
And she looks around because you said kids.
There's
Like-
no one. There's no one
Yeah,
around.
there's no one else around.
It's just you.
They see ghosts.
Sorry, I thought there were like other people with you.
No, they kind of went off to do their own thing. I just saw you. I'm like, oh my god, I love this guy's vibe. I gotta get a picture with him. I gotta talk soup. And
Oh.
she immediately turns around for a selfie. Just snaps it real quick. Hashtag bone meal. She does not get the pun.
There's a when you take the picture, there's like a sort of filter that appears over the picture over Maxima, and instead of Maxima's like face and everything, it's just like a big like winking skull and crossbones that like covers up his face.
Oh, that's
sorry,
cool.
I have my little scan thing going on. Kind of filters out any. I can take a regular selfie if you want. You just gotta let me know next time.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yes. But also, this is cool too.
Yeah, no, you can take either or. Are you Shira Talladega?
Yeah.
Interesting. I've heard about you on the Omninet. I like to keep a finger on the pulse of things.
Well, I do have a couple of fans.
Ah, yes, the Tasties.
They are a scrumptious bunch.
Oh man, that is a word to use to talk about your fans. Yeah, I used to run in those circles too, but I'm semi-retired now, hence the facial screen when I take photos.
Oh, understandable. I don't think I could ever retire.
Oh man, I
I
wish
don't
I could
even
keep
know
that
how you
energy.
retire.
Well, I found out making soup makes me a lot happier than being an influencer. It was weirdly specific. The more soup I made, the more in tune with myself and my feelings I felt.
But then you must be very in tune that this is a lot of soup.
Oh, 100%. Grabs like a random ingredient, just chucks it in, bowl first, and takes the bowl out with a glove and tosses the bowl behind him.
Oh my god. How would you feel if I added an ingredient?
Oh, you're treading dangerous ground there, kids.
Once again, Shira looks around.
There's no one else there. Yeah, what
How
ingredient?
dangerous?
I
are we
mean, what
talking?
ingredient would you like to add?
She looks over the spice rack, then her eyes land on a specific bottle, and she lifts it up, and she reveals Zabumafu sauce.
Like the lemur?
Yeah,
Oh fuck,
The lemur?
that was good.
I don't know why that's the first word. Like I was like, what's just a weird word.
It's because it's me, it's you, it's Moomafu.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's got a little lemur on it, and he's holding a smaller spice shaker on the label.
It's a taste for everyone.
Oh, I didn't even know I had that, kids.
Shira looks around again.
The bit is I don't know what Shira's patience is like, but it's starting to realize that like this is just how like a verbal tick at this point. Like this is just how they
Shira
talk.
has infinite patience because like she immediately forgets about the bit every single time.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
Like one of these days, we're gonna turn around. There's gonna be a kid there.
Yeah. So Maxima is takes the Zabumafu sauce and goes, "With your blessing, Wrangler of Tasties," and pops the lid off of it and pours it in, and a small smoke cloud puffs out. But it's not
Little
like a skull
mushroom
smoke cloud. Like you didn't like poison it. It just like it's just a different flavor now. It has been forever
A
altered.
little smoke lemur leaps out.
Yeah. So yeah, there's unmistakable like a ring of like different colors that's starting to appear in the center of the soup, almost like a ringed tail of a lemur. But yeah, you're all set with your soup. So I run some of the gambling and such here, for the different scatter brawl teams. If you're ever looking into that, but I keep a good finger on the pulse of things. So if you have any need to learn about what's going on in town, you shoot me a message, okay?
Oh my god. Do you know where I could get exotic chemicals aside from this amazing soup?
Oh, you mean like drugs?
I don't know. He just said exotic chemicals, and I'm just like, okay, I'll get you exotic chemicals.
Oh, that sounds like drugs, unless they're planning on manufacturing drugs on a large scale. In which case, I can't really. I can help with
I was
either,
like, well,
but there's like
maybe it's
logistical questions.
perfume, maybe it's delicious soup.
Oh,
they just didn't say.
Well, tell you what. I'm gonna slide you the communication code for Brothel Von Burr, and they can get you all the exotic chemicals you need.
Oh, great! Thank you so much. You have been a delight. We are totally going to chat again. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I would love to learn everything you know about soup.
Oh, 100%.
We could do a featured interview.
A featured interview.
Yeah,
I would like that.
I like that too. This place is so fun. Everyone's so friendly.
I'm glad that you think so. I feel like some folks might take our friendliness for granted, but it's been forged in a heart of ice,
Oh my god, what better place to forge stuff?
Yeah. But yeah, no, here's your soup. May it carry you forward with a warm embrace.
I will cherish this soup forever until it's eaten.
He gives you a salute and goes back to like dancing while making soup.
Yeah, Shira dances off the soup stage.
All right. Before we go to Teddy, we're going to return to the garage. Those of you who are doing mech-related things, if you have a relevant check you can use for examining these mechs, you can add that +2 or more. If not, you can just roll a flat d20 and let me know what happened.
Are these our downtime actions? Like, are we doing actual downtime actions or?
So I would like to kind of, after we do all of our little scenes, we can kind of decide together what we're aiming for. And then we can roll for those separately or together. I will say, well, how you do with this will influence how you do with your downtime rolls.
Okay.
Well, I've got 2 in investigate as well as I've got I've got hack and fix at 4.
Okay,
I don't know
that might be
how.
more effective.
Yeah, I'll be using Hack and Fix to kind of delve into the electronic side of it, see if there's any GPS positioning or comm logs that were not destroyed, anything like that.
Interesting. So yeah, comm logs and GPS positioning. All right, give me some rolls. Let's see what we get.
I'll let Anna roll first because I'm curious.
Yeah.
But it would just be a d20 +2, yeah?
Yeah.
Just. Well, I did the wrong thing again. God dang it.
That's
I rolled,
okay.
I rolled 2 d20.
Well,
Neither were good.
not great. Not great.
I think Wrench is still very distracted by the chewing out that Zera gave them. That they're
Yeah.
just kind of just mostly looking at the exterior of the mech and just kind of, giving it
Ooh.
slight kicks and just being like, yeah, this is broken.
Meanwhile, Glow, you pop out of one of the mechs with a surprisingly completely intact, not positioning log, but a completely intact call sign record, like of any communications between the mechs. And it's the weirdest thing. There's one initial message that sounds like a lot of beeping and like static noises, and then there are no other messages. This isn't like it's been deleted or scrubbed, right? Because that would imply that there were messages and they are not there anymore, and that leaves a paper trail or electronic trail. There were just never any messages after that initial one. And anytime that there's a mech piloted by a person, there's some kind of communication.
I'm going to get really specific. Is it like a rhythmic beeping or is it fairly sporadic?
It's like, I guess the equivalent would be like, those number stations? It's kind of like that, where it's just like, it's spaced out in a very strange staccato pattern.
Is it something I could decode?
Likely, yes, with some time.
I will write up a small program to start doing that kind of in the background.
Sure. As for location data, it's weird. It seems to be pinging dozens of different locations at the same time from its most recent foray. So it was simultaneously at a bunch of different places at the same time.
Interesting. Can I map those out?
Yeah. It's all over the general area. You pull up your map of Polaris and the surrounding stations. It's all around the general area of Polaris Station. There are a few concentrations. One of them is near... Let me see. There's one near each of the stations, basically. So there's one near Outpost Gamer, there's one near Outpost Tiny, and there's one near Outpost Vengeance. There are none specifically near Polaris Township, though.
where I am seeing these, are they corresponding to OmniNet towers or any sort of structures or relays or anything?
Weirdly, no, but a lot of the stuff outside of the station's like periphery is unmapped, and there is some concentrations outside as well. There appear to be two other specific concentrations, but it's kind of hard to make out because it's really strange data because it's like simultaneously in like 700 different places at once.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to write up another quick program
Yeah,
to kind of map that and where it's popping up or moving to and where it's doing it the most, just trying to find a pattern in all of it, if there is one.
for sure. And I will let you know what that reveals as you go.
Find
So,
anything
yeah.
good, Sadie? I've just been. It's a lot of rust.
I found a few pieces of electronics intact. Some information that doesn't make sense, but I have my computer working on it. So
Cool.
something may come of it, hopefully.
Cool.
It's a start, at least.
Really bad. I don't want to be here anymore.
Should we? I mean, are you done? Should we go find
Yeah,
others?
I'm totally tapped out. I can't think of anything. So I'm good.
You feel a tap on your shoulders simultaneously.
Oh. Hi.
There's a shorter, slim person that you saw earlier with the golden tattoos on the cheeks. They're just straight lines down. They're kind of giving you a look. They're like tilting their head and going, "You're new here. That's why I haven't seen you before."
Just arrived.
Oh, well, welcome. I try to keep track of everybody who's been in and out. Might help us solve this mystery yet. Am I right?
We'll give
Yeah,
it
I'm
our
skippy.
best shot.
Oh, my manners. My name is Jiminy. I'm the captain of the Mid Supports Mercenary Company.
I'm Sadie.
Oh. Wrench.
Well, lovely to meet you both. I'm not sure if we'll be working together. It seems like most of the groups are keeping to themselves. But if we do have to do any missions together, I'd be happy to provide, well, not support per se, but I can definitely provide melee firepower.
That would be appreciated.
Yeah,
Of
useful.
course. And if there's anything you need to know about the town, I've tried to make myself at home here, and I'm sure I can help in any way that you might need.
I'll pull up a map and point to a couple of where I saw those clusters of the signal.
Hmm.
Are there anything of interest in these locations?
Oh, we did a foray into an area around there. There's a lot of aggressive alien fauna in that section, and specifically points to... I have notes. So many notes. Where did I put them? They should be here. Okay. Points to the area near the Iris Spires, which is Outpost Vengeance. They start to kind of like explain. Yeah, when we went out to sort of survey that area, we were attacked by a lot of the local wildlife. It seemed like they were being controlled by a signal, but we couldn't crack the signal itself.
Interesting.
Yes, we thought so as well, but unfortunately our numbers can't stand relentless assault by every animal in that area. So we had to pull back. But I'm sure you might find something if you look.
Yeah. Do you have any readings from that signal?
Sure. Would you like me to send it to you?
If you don't mind.
Of course. And they forward it to you. It is similar in scope to the original message that was sent at the start of that one mech's like cycle. However, it appears to be like kind of layered with almost like animal noises. There's a strange acoustic resonance in the iris spires. You'll know it when you see it, but things are a little weird there. I'm afraid that might be affecting the animals with whatever that signal is.
Understood.
Thanks
Thank
for the
you.
heads up.
Of course, I'm always happy to help. And she turns around on her heels, and they kind of walk out very calmly and daintily. There appear to be a lot of grace. There's a lot of grace in their movements. Very deliberate in how they move.
I think that signal may be our best bet. I was a little while back with the FFT. I was on a moon in an asteroid belt. We had a similar reaction from local wildlife. It turned out to be just interference from our radios that had become unshielded in the descent, but maybe this could be something purposeful.
Yeah. Okay. If it's something we can disrupt or maybe even alter, could be useful.
Could be even more useful if we can track it.
All right.
Needs thinking time.
Yeah. We filter back over to Teddy. You have found the oldest, most world-weary space trucker that this establishment currently is playing host to.
What are they drinking?
That's a good question. They're drinking, just because I think it's fun. They're drinking what appears to be like a vibrant orange liquid with an eyeball of some sort of creature floating in the center.
I get one for each of us as I'm coming over to the table. Big smile on my face. To describe the current shirt that Teddy is wearing, it is the Dennis Nedry Jurassic Park Hawaiian shirt that he's coming in with. And he's got, fanny pack in tow, cargo pants, and he sets the drinks down. How are you now, Teddy Willisby?
Yeah, so the trucker, she turns around with the orange drink and sees that you brought another and goes, "Much obliged.
Oh, I figured...
My name is Patricial."
Patricial?
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet ya. Ain't this just a lovely place, eh?
Oh, no, I dig the ambiance here, for sure.
You from around the region, or...?
Oh, yeah. I was, been working these lanes for last couple of years. I'm actually driving one of the trucks that's gonna head out in a couple of days.
Get out of town. Real?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah, we have some movement going to all the stations. Now that we have 3 mercenary teams here, they're gonna have 1 team to each truck, and we're all gonna head out at the same time. Figure it's the best chance of getting those supplies to those outposts.
Oh, wow, you don't say. Well, you know what? Part of that there mercenary team, at least one of them, not all 3. But yeah. So I guess I might even see you out there on that field.
Oh, maybe so there. Teddy, you said?
Yeah. I just doing some gigs for the Nostrodamus Corp. We're one of their favorite teams. But
No fooling.
Oh yeah, just trying to save up, as me and the spouse and the kiddo, we wanna just try to get a place planet side. I was working at the mall for who knows how long, and I'm just kind of a little bit done with that one. Yeah.
Oh, I used to run deliveries for the mall.
Oh no way! What were you delivering?
Oh, I was delivering to space cabins to go.
Space cabinets to go.
Those.
I got one of them. Oh, I got the nice one that has the ever-regenerating flower. Because, I don't, it's not a green thumb on this one, but I do like a good, pretty plant. And so I just kept killing the darn thing, but grows right back.
Oh, yeah, no, when those aren't exposed to sunlight, they get really, they work.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. We're living on one of them there flotilla space colony whatsits, and just kind of a little tired of it. And You know, I want something nice. We're looking to expand the family and all that. Just want to kind of have somewhere where, a section of it isn't exploding off into space every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, no, I can see that. Me and the kiddos, we were planning on getting a nice ranch out here, but not much ranching to do.
Well, you never know. A little bit of terraforming magic, you could have yourself something lovely.
I don't think that's in the cards. Maybe not for a couple of years, but it's still home for now.
Oh yeah. So you've been dealing with them there, just people popping in, the pumpkin mechs or whatever you coming in causing problems?
Yeah, I have been running into people coming and causing problems.
What on earth is with that? Can't just let a little bit of peace be peace?
I know what you mean.
You know what I thinks it is? I thinks it's just probably one of them new age cults, they're always cropping up. Save you on this, save you on that, because who the heck is having some weird dingus glowing mechs that are just causing problems and stealing scrap, not even caring about the veggies and the trucks and whatnot? Just a little weird.
And there's a pause as I go into my own notes. Okay, I found it. Go ahead and roll me... Roll me a d10, Lucas.
Okay. That hot goss. 6.
Yeah, so I don't know about... she kind of starts... I don't know about any cults. But I did hear that some of the original bounty hunters that arrived, they headed out and none of them ever came back. I think the admin's trying to keep it under wraps, but I don't think they came back. And then there was one who said he heard a lot of sniper fire going on in the snow, and there was one of the bounty hunters what came with a sniper rifle. So I think she might have turned on the rest of them.
Oh, you don't think they set up a little gang, do you? Always the worst. There's graffiti everywhere, causing problems, stealing those lights outside that you try to set up to make your place look nice.
Yeah, I can kind of understand what you're going for.
Well,
I also I'm frustrated when my home is messed up by people that I don't know.
You know what I'm thinking? So you got them there as mercenaries coming on in, going, yeah, we'll take your money, we'll look into your things for you. Takes the monies, right? Heads on out, find something a little bit better, but still got half the cash because, pay half up front. And they just hunker on down and they look back at this here beautiful little town and they think, ooh, I could just pick some stuff off here. Ain't no mercs or pirates or anything. And they've just been having a weird little place. And the cult of personality kind of thing, people following these people and just grows. Hopefully it's not too bad though, I just kind of wanted to have a nice easy mission.
Huh. Oh, you're one of the mercenaries too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I better not see you looking at our town like a right snack.
Listen here, ain't gonna find that in Teddy Willisby, no siree. I, came here to do my job, do it well. I aced my Lancer test, I have to say myself, and
okay.
I'll,
good for you.
Yeah, I'll do my best to do my part, and don't you worry. I'm not interested in none of that there pillaging. Same with my friends. Good lot. One of them there influences.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, got themselves a whole thing going on. I didn't even know about this stuff.
Huh. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, they're called what is it, Tasty Talladegas or something? It's Shira on there. You just type in
sounds
Shira,
like
I'm sure you'll find it.
Sounds like a restaurant. I'm gonna go check it out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Oh, I bet they have a restaurant. I should ask them. They probably set one up and then forgot about it, and it's still going.
Huh. All right. Hey, Teddy, you're good people. I'll let you know if I run into any other, information down the pipe. About that cult you said you were investigating.
Yeah. And Teddy takes the eye out of the drink and pops it in his mouth and says, "Have yourself a good one." Oh, it's sour.
Oh, it does not swallow right. It is an unfortunate thing, and you can see Patricia looks at you with a look like you're not supposed to eat the eye. What are you doing?
I'm fighting through this here. This is my own battle.
Roll me a d20 to see how you do.
Now
Yeah, you gotta be careful with those eyes. They got bones in them.
let me see. I have a lot. Okay, I have patch. Apply medical knowledge.
Yeah, I will allow you to activate that trigger.
All right, so I got a +2.
All right.
+2, 10.
All right. So not terrible. Like you get that brief thing where your face changes color, but you manage to down it.
Oh, like a champ. All right, have yourself a good one.
All right. So, as you all reconverge, you've been given some places to stay in town. Nice, brightly colored home that is not matching any of the team colors, so you're not forced into that conflict.
Yet.
Everyone knows the crowd favorite are the coughing babies. And as you all get set up for that, I would like to turn your attention to the list of downtime actions.
Downtime.
You have a couple of days before your next mission, which if I explained it in fiction, didn't explain it outright, I'll just go ahead and do that now. What you're essentially doing is each mercenary team is being paired with an armored truck, and you are escorting that truck to one of the stations. You all get to pick which one you get to go with. The other two, it was decided randomly, essentially, who gets to pick first. So you get to pick whichever one you want, and you can follow through that way. But essentially, you're going to protect that truck until it gets to the station, and then when you arrive, you'll find out whatever's going on in that station and maybe be able to put together more clues. However, since you do have some time before that mission starts, I'll go over downtime briefly. Essentially, you're looking for something. Resources, nice things for yourself, information, just getting a drink. And you're rolling a d20 plus whatever relevant trigger you might have for it. If it's essentially 9 or below, it's a bad time. 10 to 19, it's okay. 20, you're getting everything with no complications. And essentially, I'll go over the list, but you can tell me what you're going to do, and I can figure out if it matches with one. There's power at a cost, so you're seeking power from somebody, but it might be a weird request, so you might have some consequences. There's buy some time. There's gather information. Get a damn drink. Get creative. Get focused. Get organized. Get connected. Scrounge and barter, and that's all of them. I know I made it seem like there was one more. There was not. And I'm happy to reiterate on any of them. But essentially, let me know what you would like to do during this time to prepare for your mission, and we can see what you can do for that downtime.
Is Get Connected is that an online thing, or are the people around you connecting with them?
Oh, so that's any kind of connections. You can call in favors, ask for help, drum up support. You can use your contacts, resources, or aid as reserves for your next mission.
Okay.
So this can be a contact you have outside of Polaris, a contact you made inside of Polaris.
Okay, so I've got a couple of things, a couple options. I could request that my tasties try to tell me more about ghosts. I think she's going to passively do that and just kind of build up a backlog. Just be like, hey, tell me what you can about ghosts. Then down the line, we can figure out more details by looking into that. But
so it would be like a gather information almost.
Yeah, I think that one's more of a she's gonna ask start talking about ghosts and get them thinking about ghosts. But we can wait until more people have commented and then go on to the comments down the line. So that one can wait for now.
Sure. Go ahead and roll for me with if you have any relevant triggers. a d20, and we'll see what happens over the course of these next few days.
Okay, because I also wanted to go shopping.
Well, shopping is, I believe you can shop separately.
Okay.
So anything, yeah, you should be fine because you got paid half up front.
Uh, where's my dice? Yeah, where are my triggers? Okay. What do we think? I've got a +4 in charm and a +2 in word on the street.
Charm or word on the street both make sense to me. So you can add a +4.
I'll take my charm. Yeah.
Would Shira's background give an accuracy?
Oh, Shira's background
Yeah,
would
yeah,
give
she
an
is a
accuracy.
celebrity, so okay, I will take that too.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh
Oh no. Don't
no,
forget your accuracy.
I'm not joking. Okay, for my accuracy, I rolled a 6. And
Okay.
for the 20, I got a nat 20.
Yeah, the train
So
doesn't stop.
that's a 30 total.
So you all together, right? Like over the next few days, you post like something along the lines of like, "Hey, Tasties, what's the word on ghosts?"
Yeah, what do
And
we know about ghosts and mechs and stuff?
yeah, so you get tons of different stories about like different like mech ghosts that have been reported throughout the known galaxy and all that. And eventually like a pattern starts to emerge. One, between all the great Zumbini ads.
Oh yeah, we also got to call up Crazy Zucchini.
Yeah.
That can wait until we have more information on these
for
stuff.
sure. Let me go ahead and find my stuff right here. Tables. Research.
Is there any bonuses for having a 30 plus?
You get so much information that it's like deeply plot relevant. One, Marker itself has its own set of ghost stories related to the distortion graves. It's an area where there's a lot of different like interference in Marker in general. But in this area in particular, you get ghosts of signals that were previously sent within the range of this area. And it's near one of the stations. So the distortion graves itself, you have the chance to like hear conversations that were previously had between other mechs in the vicinity. As like almost like ghostly like electronic after images. So that's like a specific ghost story that is relevant and accurate to the place that you are in. However, you also receive, and this is in the mail. I don't know how to better describe this. You receive a free, like a 0-cost addition that you can add to your mech that will track electronic ghosts.
Oh shit! I got a EVP scanner.
Yeah, and it better yet, not only does it track electronic ghosts, you can once per encounter use it as a pulse to disable any invisibility.
Oh shit! Well, damn. Yeah, I'll take that because I've also got the Eye of Horus, which it lets me for half a thing just see right through invisibility.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't aware.
So
in that case,
sick. I've got a bunch of extra options for getting rid of invisibility. I'll take it.
Yeah, and this is like a wide area pulse. Like you just use it, and the entire map that you're fighting on, just all invisibility shuts off.
Sick.
Yeah. And also you can track ghosts with it. So you receive that 3D printed directly to you.
Oh, rad.
So that is what downtime can give you.
Hell yes. Cool.
I'm writing some stuff. But while I write those things, what else do y'all got going on for downtime? Be happy to answer questions.
I am going to continuing to work on those electronics that I found trying to hack through it, trying to figure out what is being communicated, where it's coming from, that sort of thing. I would like to get focused.
Oh, absolutely. So go ahead and roll.
Get focused does not have a roll.
Oh, you know what? Sorry, I was distracted because I saw my cat was playing with a straw, and I was worried he was tearing at the carpet. That's on me. So let's see. You get a new +2 trigger. Okay. What would you like this trigger to be in?
I'm actually going to choose the last sentence of the paragraph, so you can also improve a trigger. and I'm
You
going
got
to
it.
improve Hacker Fix.
Ooh, absolutely. So you get to work on it, right? You start to put together how the signal itself is transmitting. The code itself, as you decrypt, like the beeps and bops and statics, it doesn't turn into anything readable, but you are able to translate it into basic text. But now it's just another layer of like, this is nonsense text that means something, you're sure, but there's still another layer down as to what it exactly means. And it is transmitted once to this mech and then no other times. So yeah, your hacking and updates and improves as a result. Doop, doop, doop. I gotta remember my own NPCs. Okay. But yeah. Anybody else? I feel like we've got a feel for what these are like.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any that come to mind,
I had
jump
two.
in.
I had two because I do want to make essentially friends with the rowdy green boys.
Okay.
So that feels kind of get connected because I feel like they've been here longer. They know everyone, like they're more ingratiated than we are. So if we
Hmm.
need something or if we need backup on something, I kind of want to be able to call them.
Okay.
So
So
I
you
just
wanna-
kind of want to set that up.
Okay. Absolutely. So let's check out downtime for get connected. We are looking at
Oh,
go ahead
wait,
and
real
roll.
quick. Can I only
Oh,
do one thing or can I do multiple things?
depends kind of like what
Okay.
you're looking for. Like what are you aiming to do as well?
This is just like I said, just kind of having them as like maybe backup allies. But I
Sure.
also wanted to get creative and essentially I'm gonna see the melted, rusted mechs.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at the images of the, working ones with their weird orange energy, and I'm basically gonna make like my red string board of what could be going on here. And it's like ghosts, spontaneous combustion, space radiation, and it's basically I'm basically kind of trying to figure out what this could be before we run into it and maybe
Okay.
give us a leg up.
I will say that's something you can do without downtime because I think that's something you're all doing together anyway.
Yeah.
So I will support it nonetheless, and I will, depending on because you've all gathered a good chunk of clues as you've gone about today. So I can give you a little bit of like insight at the end of the session.
Okay. But there's definitely a red string board.
Oh, for sure. You do make a red string board. Go ahead and roll me a d20 with any relevant triggers
Mhm.
to see how you do on your connection check.
Connections. Let me see. What are my triggers?
Education
I
connection.
got stay cool, but that's kind of doing something specific. I do have read a situation, so maybe that could help me like read them as people, kind of see what they're about, because clearly they're rowdy, but
Mhm.
what else are they about?
Okay. So you're trying to learn about them a little bit
Yeah.
more. For sure. Go ahead and, yeah, I'm saying that's fair. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll.
Great. So I have a +2 in that. Nope.
What'd you get?
Well, I
We got the slash.
hey, Roll20. We're Roll20 sponsored, and we're Roll20 ambassadors here on Ballad of the Seventh Dice.
I did not look over at the
Oh,
roll 20
no.
because
Yeah, I do slash roll.
And
and
some of
six,
us-
And then D20.
Some of
Hey.
us,
Or slash R if you want to keep
to
it
pretend
simple.
Yeah.
that they did. I just get a natural 20?
I think you just rolled 20.
No, you rolled
which is
20.
the number 20.
You have to put a D in front.
What are you doing?
It's
Listen,
okay. It's working.
it's my birthday.
Goofy, you're right.
I'm old. Unrecognized command. Let me try that again.
If you
You
go
can
to
just
the
copy
little...
and paste what you've posted.
Yeah.
There.
Well, actually,
Oh, okay, well, you actually rolled it.
I got a
Oh,
natural
you
20.
They killed it.
And
So,
that's why we're Roll20 ambassadors.
you really called your shot and everything. So,
It's 22.
Your contact will help you, no strings attached. You have
Yay.
made such a good impression on the Rowdy Green Boys that when push comes to shove, if you need them to help you, they will literally send one of their members in a mech to help you.
Yay.
It might take them a little bit to get there. If they're out of range, they might help some other way, but they will go out. You're like an honorary Rowdy Green Boy at this point.
Honorary Rowdy Green Boy.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So let me go ahead and I need to make my own notes. So,
Yeah.
okay. I'm just typing stuff. Y'all can hash out what you want to do.
Do you have an idea what you want to do, Thomas?
I actually do. I was like kind of bouncing back and forth, but I'm gonna do some scrounging, and I think Wrench needs to decompress after the whole shenanigans. So I think they're just going to dive into a pile of scrap and just try and find some sort of useful. I don't know necessarily exactly what they're looking for just yet, but like I guess maybe a vehicle just in case. Like we get like some sort
Okay.
of truck or something.
You're gonna get one for your mission anyway, because that's the point of the mission.
True.
But maybe like a little mobile support platform, or let me
Yeah.
see. Let me look at my tables and see what sort of equipment.
A good trailer for the truck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, or how about this?
Like a flatbed that we can ride on.
Yeah. So one of the things that you can get, you can get, and this depends on your role. I'll let you know which one you get. Um, um, okay, yeah. One of them is just a vehicle. So, okay, yeah, I'll say that if you're looking to add a vehicle to your convoy, it'll be a tier 1 vehicle, NPC. So you can go ahead and roll for. I'd say this is
investigator spot are my two ones that make sense to me.
okay. And you are trying to scrounge and barter, I would say.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you're investigating, so that tracks. You can use that.
Sweet. There's no. I see the one of the what was it? If you get the 10 or 19, you can potentially lose some dignity. Wrench has no dignity when they're scrounging for parts. This is literally
good thing I have other things I can take away from you.
this is literally the Looney Tunes-esque of just leaping into the air head first in and just swimming through Scrooge McDuck, I guess, through a pile of
Just spitting out nuts and bolts.
yeah.
Let's see what you find.
This is where they live. So 1d20, I do have a +2, so that's something. About 15.
15. Okay, that is reasonable. You are able to obtain a vehicle that can travel alongside your convoy. It will be piloted by Cheryl. What this vehicle will do, I will let you know, because I have to go look at the NPC templates and figure out how vehicles work. But in the meantime, just know that you do have access to that resource over the course of your next mission. So it will provide something for you, likely like support, or like, maybe some other resource that I will come up with in the meantime. But you do have access to a vehicle piloted by Cheryl. And what that looks like is as you're kind of like, digging through scraps, trying to figure things out, you do find somebody who's like, was in the middle of refurbishing their truck, but they had to leave Moonside to go like handle some business. So they were just trying to sell it real quick. So you get it at a real bargain, and it's pretty reasonable as a vehicle that you can fix up to do something else for you.
Sweet. I'll add that to the list.
And these resources will follow you over the course of your mission, even if there's like break times and stuff. So let's see. Anyone else want to jump in?
As my cat is screaming at me, I will go ahead and I want to gather some information on the mysterious sniper that Patricia told me about. That was one of the original bounty hunters.
You got it.
So I don't know. I got read a situation
Mhm.
that I could use. I don't know if you're okay with that. Get a gut feeling about a situation or person. You
Yes.
suck. Go away.
So what that looks like is Teddy, you like interrupt a bar fight by accident. No, I don't think on purpose. I don't know if Teddy would do that on purpose, but
Why not?
you managed to interrupt a bar fight between one of the former bounty hunters and somebody else. So while you're like, talking him down, you learn a little bit more about his other bounty hunting buddies. So go ahead and roll.
19.
19. Oh, okay. So this is interesting. You learn about this the mysterious sniper, a little bit more than you would have from anybody else in town, because this was one of the bounty hunters that was hired alongside of her. Her name is Soray. Soray the Forgetful was her Forgetful was just the call sign. And her mech was called the Inevitable Lowercase. She's sniper type mech, everything going on. She was really weird, and not in like she's just like she has fun hobbies. She would talk about time incorrectly. She would almost like remember things in reverse. She'd be like, "I'll see you yesterday then, hopefully," or "Remember when you killed me last week?" Like that sort of thing.
Mm.
And it was just really confusing working with her. Also, we're unclear as to what the setup here is, but it did appear like she has like horns, like really long shaggy hair, and usually wore a gas mask most of the time. But the gas mask was kind of fitted for allowing for smoking space cigarettes, so unclear as to what it was actually for. But yeah, no, just super duper strange. And here's the kicker. As they're talking about Soray,
Mm-hmm.
the bounty hunter goes, "Yeah, no," and she kept talking about how this one mech was going to kill her in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it said the mech's name was Boiling Point. Do you know any mechs with that call sign?
Yeah. Wait.
Oh shit, really?
Wait a minute though. That doesn't make no sense. How do you even? You maybe they're friends.
Look, I don't know. I just know Soray was really weird.
Okay. Well, hey, I'll tell my friend about it. Say that, hey, by the way, you're gonna kill someone in a couple weeks, and just let him know. Because nobody wants that to be dumped on them and like just be surprised by it.
Yeah, no, I suppose not. Thanks for the save back there.
Yeah, no problem. You really got to work on that punch there. It looked real bad.
Yeah, no, my laughs have never been as good. But no, thanks for the advice.
Just pat him on the shoulder, and then I'm immediately messaging Sadie, hey, by the way, you're going to be killing someone named Soray the Forgetful, mysterious bounty hunter sniper. They are confused about time. Send. And a thumbs up.
I just sent a question mark back.
What?
Yeah, and Teddy will send like a voice message, just a long, rambling one. It takes forever to get to the point, but eventually sending that information.
All right. So, did we get everybody?
I think so,
Let me
yeah.
make sure I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all 5 downtimes. All right. So, this happens over the course of the week that you have to prep for your truck-related mission. We will discuss more about it next session, but for now, I'd say as you put together the red string board of all your clues so far, you do have an idea that something funky's going on here, and it involves, maybe digital ghosts, maybe signals being sent in such a way as to like kind of disguise their origin. A lot of mechs being in a bunch of different places at the same time, some mysterious bounty hunters. There's a lot going on in this town. And you all might just be the nameless team to solve it.
We're just gonna keep refusing to come up with a name.
I think
that's fine.
Yeah.
I okay.
Name pending. It's got a nice ring
Name
to
pending.
I like the Nostradamus Corp most favorite team.
it. Yeah.
Most famous bestest team of all time.
Bestest team.
You can have as many names as you want. Like it doesn't.
You just keep
technically
getting
matter.
longer. Just keep
Yeah.
adding expletives and
File just has a
descriptors.
full page of aliases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
This is
it's,
one team? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, like it's a
So
team
we're
with so
taking
many like
all of the
additional.
names.
Yeah. So
Nobody else is going to get a name.
I have your Scooby-Doo mystery arrayed before you, with 3 different options as to where you want to go, and I'll just lay those out so y'all can think about them over the next week. Da, da, da.
I mean, angry animals, right? So
We do have to go
Outpost vengeance.
shopping
Mysterious signals.
for very cute clothes and also exotic substances.
Yes, and
before-
drugs.
before
Yes, we
leave.
do need to get
Yeah.
our
We'll
drugs.
send
So-
all the animal blood to them.
Okay, so here's what you know about each outpost generally. Outpost Gamer is in the Lithium Cliffs. That is where, Nico, you know that one of the Rowdy Green Boys is going to have a duel with one of the mid supports. Outpost Tiny, you know that is the location of the Distortion Graves. That's where all the like ghosts of different communications will appear. And the Iris Spires is where Outpost Vengeance is. That's where all the animals have been acting wildly. A regional effect to make note of that you're told about for the Iris Spires is that energy weapons will fork. So shooting an energy weapon in the Iris Spires is generally pretty dangerous because it will randomly ping off of stuff and then hit other things. So you'll hit what you originally aimed for, but your energy weapon might like zoom off in another direction and hit something else, which can be to your benefit or to your downside. So you got ghosts, and yeah, so you got 3 different options as to which outpost you want to go to, and I'll leave it to y'all to decide. For now, I want to be mindful of time because we're hitting time to hit the old dusty trail just about. Eve, where can we find you on interwebs that are not Shiro related, and what would you like to shout out?
Yeah, hello, you can find me over at Lawless Vic on the Twitter. That is Lawless as in crime, Vic as in victory. Wow, what do I want to recommend? Go check out Prehistoric Planet 2. That just dropped past week. Pretty good shit. If you like dinosaurs and whatnot, and realizing just how big Quetzalcoatluses are, they're very, very big. Like way bigger than you think they are. I don't know. I can't really think of anything else right now. Go look into your local tenant union. I can't, you have rights as a tenant. Don't let landlords stomp all over you. In fact, do other things to landlords. That's all I got. Okay. Bye. Say
Bye.
bye to Scotty.
Goodbye,
Bye.
Scotty.
Bye-bye, Scotty.
All right. Peace out and whatnot.
All right, take care. All right, so Anna, I'm gonna change up the order today.
Not expecting to go next. Hi, I'm Anna, aka Archival, the funny most places on the internet. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, TTRPG streamer, and podcaster. You can find me on Twitter and most other social media at Archival.fun. As far as where to find me, Friday night you can find me over on Girls Run These Worlds with the finale of Gently on the Wind, our Ghibli-inspired Magical Girl University campaign set in the Valor system. It is a ton of fun. We have been unraveling a conspiracy that threatened the kingdom. We infiltrated an airship that blew up at the end of last episode, so we're now falling out of the sky. It's a great way to start the finale. So come and see what happens. Saturday night, you can find me on Lost Caravan with Fatal Ascension, our Fabula Ultima campaign. Fabula Ultima is a JRPG, TTRPG. So if you love things like Final Fantasy, Tales and Symphonia, Golden Sun, the kind of golden age of JRPGs, come and check that out because it is a lot of fun. We're currently on the run, being framed for murdering the king, which we didn't do, even though some of us are assassins. We did not actually murder the king this time. Yeah, it's a great cast, great crew. Wednesday nights, you can find me on Lost Caravan again with Locust starting on the 7th. That is a horror game that delves deep into personal trauma, which is going to be a lot of fun. And then on the 10th on Lost Caravan, you can find me GMing Thirsty Sword Lesbians. It'll be my first time GMing on stream. I have a lot of experience off stream, but I've never actually done it on stream.
Nice.
So come and check out a very gay game.
Yeah.
Of course, if you like Lancer, check out Response Team Omnicron. We're at Lancer Actual Play Podcast, following a PR team who gets in way over their heads and ends up on the front lines of a brewing war. You can find us anywhere you normally get your podcast and on Twitter at RT Omnicron. Emergent Code, our queer and trans-led Animon Story podcast, just dropped our World Primer, which you can get anywhere you normally get your podcast. And that is to prep you to find out about what Earth looks like in 2659 ahead of our premiere, which comes out on Thursday. On Thursday, we will be dropping our 2-part extra long premiere for Emergent Code. So if you like things like Digimon Tamers and Digimon Survive, be sure to check that out and give us a follow at Emergent Code Pod. And I am starting to pull all of my podcast shows under one banner. So give a follow to Dareful Archives. It's at Dareful Archives on Twitter. Most of the updates going forward, including the brand new Magical Girl, Girl by Moonlight podcast that will be coming out very soon with the spectacular cast. All the updates will be on there as well. So if you're interested in any of that, give us a follow on Twitter.
Yeah. All right. Moving on down. Let's do Thomas.
Yeah. So I'm Thomas. You find me at Nonstop GM on Twitter. I don't post a lot, but it's I'm there occasionally retweeting stuff that I find funny or entertaining, especially now that you have to stay active within 30 days or you disappear. So remember that. Also have my own TTRPG podcast called Role Performance. That's ROLE Performance. We have a long-running D&D campaign going. We've got a bunch of one-shots, or maybe 2 episodes or more, depending on how kind of wacky things get. We did play Space Kings way back when, and that will eventually come out. If you ever want to see an accountant and a speed dragging race, like a dragster racer from space, try and rob a casino, we'll be out there eventually. If you want to check out some good music, I keep pushing out my friend's band Oh No. That's AW space NAW. You can also check out Parstath on Twitch. He does all sorts of games. He does a lot of JRPG stuff. He's a really good friend of mine. So that's spelling. I've written it down, but that is PARSATH with an underscore. You can also check out their podcast, which is 3 Failed Pilots. It's just 3 idiots with no idea on how media works, trying to pitch various media ideas. I did an episode with them in which I pitched a spaghetti western themed around my own unique character that I called I forget now, but he was played by Donald Glover, because I thought that would be a great cast member for a comedy spaghetti movie. And yeah, that's me for now.
Alrighty. We're gonna go to Jess.
Hi, I'm Jess. I'm art_fantastical on social media, where I post art allegedly sometimes. But yeah, you should listen to our other Ballad of the Seven Dice productions. Join us for Escaping Carcosa, our Carcosa offline and online, the dual show. Sorry, I'm stealing your thing, Lucas. I'm just kind of talking. You should also enjoy Rise of Narlathotep, our completed D&D campaign that's all on YouTube and wonderfully bingeable and very bizarre, and you will enjoy it. You will, because it's my birthday, and I said so. But yeah, I want to promote looking up your local what's it called? not national, native seed bank, because you don't know it, but in your area there is someone who will for free send you native seeds of plants for your area, and you can plant them and grow them and do a little gardening and help support native birds and bees and creatures. And it's very fun, and my household has been doing it, and we've got a bunch of little happy local Georgia plants, and it's great. And like I said, you just got to reach out and find them, and they're happy to spread the seeds and to get people gardening. So do that. Do it for yourself. Do it for nature, and do it for the bees.
Yeah, I like that. I like a good bee. Lucas.
Yeah, like just talked about, we got our fantastic shows. Go check them out. Leave those reviews because those are precious gold lifeblood for all podcasts and groups. We have our Patreon, which we just posted a Masks one shot. It's a 2.5 hour special that's up on our Patreon, which is pay what you want. It's a lot of fun. It's the most of the offline crew from Escaping Carcosa. When we were just doing sort of like the test runs for players. They played a Mask one shot, the Rise of Lazarus, and it's a super good one. Definitely check it out. We're going to be posting another one shot probably within the next week, Goblin Quest 1. As I've finished editing it, I just have to check all the sound levels. What else? Yeah, also check out our YouTube. We are less than 300 hours away from YouTube noticing us, so please watch our videos, hit those likes and subscribes and all those YouTube things that people know about. What am I going to recommend? Oh, I know what I'll recommend. Some trashy reality television, because it's good for the soul. Watch the new season of The Ultimatum. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, but Lucas, what is The Ultimatum? You take 5 couples. Each one of these couples has one person that has a lot of problems with commitments. You bring them onto this television show and you give them an ultimatum, and it's always about marriage. You marry me by the end of this, or we're done. So this time for this season, they have 5 lesbian couples. I've learned so much. I didn't know about the U-Haul thing. I didn't know about the fact they fall in love in like less than 3 weeks. And they get them to move in together immediately with like these trial wives. They all have to date each other and then pretend to be married. And it is messy, it's fun, and there's actually, for the first time in reality TV, there is reasonable, intelligent people who understand what's going on. So check it out, a lot of fun. We binged the first 4 episodes, it's super good.
I thought I was taking a break from reality TV.
No.
Incorrect.
No, it's
Incorrect.
Really, really good.
Wrong.
All right. Let's see. My name is Ian. My pronouns are he, they. You can find me on Twitter at Ian_Caliente. That's Ian _ the Spanish word for hot, where I will occasionally find pictures of Kirby and go neat, and then I'll retweet that. And then I'll see the shows that like people I like are making and go neat, and I will also retweet that. I am not well versed in social media. I found out how tags worked on Tumblr last year, and I've had a Tumblr for 10 years. So, me not knowing how computers work aside, I'm going to recommend. Oh, geez. What have I read anything interesting? I'm still reading One Piece. I'm almost caught up. I'm in. I just finished Zao. We're gonna get to Whole Cake Island, I think, where the plot happens, which is
Good plot
every part of One Piece is like that. Let's see. You know what? I haven't read it yet, but I heard it's good. I'm going to read Tom King's Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, which is apparently a really good Supergirl run where she goes off to space to do cool space stuff, disconnected from the wider DC universe, which if I liked Far Sector, and I did, Far Sector is the best Green Lantern story I've ever read, I will probably like a story where a DC character goes and hangs out on an alien planet disconnected from anything else related to DC, because that seems to be a vibe I really enjoy. So patronize your local comic book stores, and let them know that you care about them and get things from them so that they can continue to sell you more comics. And also support and send money and open your homes to local or not local queer and trans folks who need that assistance right now, because a lot of the southern half of the United States is slowly becoming hell, and I will not stop mentioning that we can all support and care for one another because that's how humans are wired to work. So please support and care for one another because it's super cool and awesome to do that. These headphones are starting to hurt my head, so I'm gonna get ready to sign off. I hope you all have a good one. I will see you next week for the truck mission, everyone's favorite Lancer.
Yeah.
Choo choo.
Oh boy.
Escort mission.
Toot, toot.
Everybody loves a good truck.
All right, bye now, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.